Now let's move to protection variance number 2, which is punch sliding. I like this one. It's one of my favorite, to be honest. He's attacking with the jab. This is what I mean. So sliding to the side, slowly, side and cross. You slide to the other side, or even if you just slide to get away from the jab. So this is how it looks like a little bit. So punch sliding can work in combination with counter-attacking. So what I mean is, I can go to the side and back. He's coming into the striking range. I'm sliding away and punching back. Okay, so boom, something like this. So that's the power of moving with a small jump, moving to the sides and punching, moving to the side and punching. So it's basically you're doing the bouncing we were talking about. So now we can use bouncing to decrease distance. So you can slide, go in, slide, go in. Just a small illustration. Of course, you don't need to do that on the back, but just for you to be aware that is possible. So this is what punch sliding is. And imagine that he is giving me a jab and a cross, right? You cannot, it's not only that you can slide the punches, but you actually can and should capitalize. So basically, after you slide the punch, you can inflict your own damage, your own punch, okay? So basically, this is what I mean. So he comes in, bang, now you can go down to the body, or we can actually make a combination. Every time I'm sliding, I'm punching, I'm doing my own attack. So I'm not just sliding, but I'm punching at the same time. This is what we will talk about when we talk about the punches. But just to illustrate that that is possible. Yeah. All right. What are the cons of this boxing protection variance number 2? The cons of it is that when he starts timing that I'm sliding too much, I'm just using punch sliding, which is extremely effective and very difficult to actually counterattack. You need to make good readings to be able to counterattack, but it's still possible. If he decides to switch from straight punching group to uppercuts or hook punching group, which we will talk about in a moment, that becomes very dangerous. This is what I mean. So imagine that I've done it quite a few times successfully. Boom, going to the side, going to the side, going to the side. Now all of a sudden he times, Igor is really going to slides to the right all the time. Now he can come with an uppercut or a short hook, so he can catch me when I'm actually sliding. Exactly. So I'm going, yeah. So I'm going actually against his punch. He's going with a front hook. I'm going to the side, yeah, and I'm going against the punch. Now, if he goes with the right hook, remember that if he goes with the straight punch, right, with the cross in this case, I'm good. It's all open and I can capitalize. That's all beautiful. But what if he decides at a certain point to come with a hook? Okay, so he can do that, and that's the dangerous part. So I have to make sure I have a good reading. The upside is that once I clear, if let's say he comes with a cross, once I clear, I have all the space in the world to work. Of course, he'll not be there. That would be Barbie world, right? We're getting into Krav Maga territory or other martial arts where people actually they put themselves in that position, and then you can do all kind of stuff with them, and it looks like it's working. No, boxing is not like that. He knows what he's doing. He will punch and bring the punch back. But I have a brief moment that if I have a good timing, I can do it. So can you, Andre, please punch and bring your hand as fast as you can back. I still try, right? He knows that I'm doing it, so he protects. But I'm trying to open an attack. Imagine that he's just a bit sloppier. Of course, I'll not punch him, but it's just a little bit sloppier. He compromises a bit too much. He compromised just a bit too much. It went in. Went in. This is what we try. So the downside is that he can start reading, and I'm actually using the wrong move for the punch he's throwing. He's throwing a punch from the uppercut groups or the hook groups, and I'm actually leaning into the punch. For that reason, you always keep your hands high. That is the reason why don't try to be a Muhammad Ali. That's a completely different story. That's a professional. We don't try to be a Muhammad Ali, because if I'm leaning into the punch with hands down, and I'm actually gambling to a certain extent, and he throws a cross, it's all beautiful. What if he throws a hook? I'm all knocked out. Okay, so don't be a hero. Don't try to play with hands down. Try to jump into the gym and try to show that you can. Not really a good idea. Keep your hands up. So if I'm actually misjudging, I'm at least protected by my hands. That's the reason why we first talked about blocking the punches. So I'm using duck with blocking. And now if he comes with a hook, at least I take it on my glove. I don't take it straight into my chin. I feel it, of course you feel it, but it's not as devastating as if it would be clean on your chin. If I duck in and it goes clean into my face, it's not a good thing. I may not survive the punch. So that's the reason, block and protect yourself at all time, dear friend. Okay? Very good. So we talked about the pros is if I clean, I have all the work, or all the possibilities in the world to work with. If I miss, then I have to make sure still that my hands are high, and I will just have to take the punch if he decides all of a sudden to attack with a different punching group. So it's a little bit of a gamble. This is how it works, okay? It's a little bit of a gamble.